Leeches with Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Landau, and he brings it to you. Creature features and all creatures and all creatures, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
The leech, a word used often to describe people who freeload, right along with the terms bum, scrounger, bloodsucker, sponge, and sycophant. But the actual creature we call the leech is a critical component of the natural world that has proven itself over the ages to be most beneficial for medicinal purposes. That is, unless said leeches have been exposed to enough radiation to render them into gigantic proportions. Welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. The lovely bird with the cunning of a cat over here is my charming housemate, Tangela, and the tall chap with what appears to be a rather parched chin in dire need of moisturizer would be my talented squire, Mr. Livingston.
What you have observed is the commencement of a beard.
A beard? How delightful. You know, my dear grandpapa had a beard, and he is now dead. Stay tuned, dear viewers. You can expect to soon see Livingston donning plaid clothing as he surfs the internet while sipping an overpriced latte at a pretentious cafe near you. But back to the leeches. My purpose in citing our tiny blood-sucking friends is because tonight we'll be running the 1959 classic Attack of the Giant Leeches. It's good, clean American fun and should be accompanied by a bowl of popcorn and a variety of sweets, the latter preferably served in oversized boxes with dubious monikers such as Goobers, Dots, Raisinets, and Skittles. I'm not going to tell them that. Oh, all right. Tangela says that leeches are edible if you should find yourself lost with no food, and she also says that Livingston with a beard would look like a bald-headed version of Abraham Lincoln. Joining us to watch tonight's film will be the wonderful Cheynne de Boer. She owns a soap company entitled Sick Soaps and creates some very unique variations of that very useful product, which she will show us tonight. She'll also lather us with details about tonight's film, froth us with stories about some of the conventions she's attended to sell her wares, and hopefully tell us how to wash our memories in order to quickly forget tonight's movie. So don't go away, because it's going to be another night of soapy leech blood-sucking fright right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
Welcome to Creature Features. It's that time of the evening of the week, you know, the time that we show spooky movies, have a wonderful guest, and entertain you endlessly. So we've got Cheynne de Boer with us, and your claim to fame is you make horror soap.
I do.
Creepy, wonderful pieces of art, but still creepy.
Creepy, but they smell very good.
No, they smell good, and the
ever.
people who purchase them smell good, more importantly.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me think that the people who would buy something like this should not smell as wonderful as that, right?
Everyone should smell
No,
better
I
as
agree.
a general rule.
No, I agree completely. But, you know, you would think that, you know, a ghoulish person who buys ghoulish soap would smell ghoulish.
Yeah, I guess that stands to reason, but we have to live near them, and I make all these in my house, so it has to smell good.
So this is a home-based business.
Yep.
And it's called Sick Soaps.
It is.
Wonderful. Okay, we're going to look at some of those soaps soon, but first, the movie tonight, Attack of the Giant Leeches. You've seen this film.
I've seen this film an embarrassing number of times, yes.
I'm told I've seen it, but I don't recall any of it. So I'm fine with spoilers. So if you want to give us some spoilers, that's fine. But she's going to tell us all kinds of interesting facts about the film because you do research. You're like smart that way.
Yeah,
And she's got
I do.
nice lipstick too. You know, women in the 50s used to wear lipstick like that, and I think they should bring it back. And I
Yeah.
think you're doing a good job.
Oh, thanks.
It's wonderful.
I got some with me if you want to, give it a try.
I think I should. Maybe we will. I'll go for that Rocky Horror Picture look. All right, let's start the film, and when we come back, we're going to look at some sick soaps. So off we go to Attack of the Giant Leeches. You guys stay here.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Just hold it a second, Lamb.
And that brings the curtain down on Attack of the Giant Leeches. Dynamite. Who would have thought? I mean, well, she would have thought. She likes dynamite. I thought you used up all your dynamite already. You know, sometimes I think she's cooking soap and she's actually brewing dynamite. It's terrible. So you like this? You like this movie because you've seen it so many times. And
Yeah.
was
I
it
enjoyed
better
this
this
one.
time?
It's better every time. Yeah, I notice little ridiculous things I didn't the time before.
I thought it sucked. But only because it had leeches, right?
Get it? Get it?
She likes this film. She won't allow me to insult it. So, soaps, you're going to be doing more of that. What are you doing next?
My next show is next month, and it's in Southern California. It's a punk rock flea market.
A punk rock flea market?
Yep. It's going to be over 100 vendors. It's in Inland Empire.
Where's this?
I don't know, because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's all just a
like
giant
a
Los
magical
Angeles.
place.
Yeah, I don't know how magical it is, but hopefully it's a
Inland
safe place. It's an
Empire.
outdoor event, yeah.
Wonderful.
So, and then I'm doing an Oddities Expo in San Francisco.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
a little
fun.
closer to home. Yeah, that should be a good one too.
Wow. You'll be a big hit at that event.
I hope
right?
so. It's a new one for me.
I'm sure you will. So what about all the people not going to the event? How do we find out more about you?
Well, I'm on Instagram, which is where
Instagram.
I put warnings up for what city I'm going to show up in
Nice.
with my
And
wares.
the Instagram is?
The Instagram is just at Sick Soaps.
At Sick Soaps. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Instagram and do at Sick Soaps. Do you have a regular website too?
I sell on Etsy, which is
Oh, you
Sick
go to
Soaps.
Etsy.
Yeah,
I love Etsy.
sicksoaps.etsy.com.
So sicksoaps.etsy.com.
Yeah.
I love Etsy. So many wonderful things there. And Sick Soaps.
Yep.
That's absolutely amazing. All right. Well, I want to thank you so much, Cheynne, for coming on the show and bringing all these wonderful soaps. And I understand you have a little gift for Tangela.
I do. I hope
Look.
you will love it. You have to make sure you sniff it. It smells so good. There you go.
Oh, look. It's Baby Yoda. She loves Baby Yoda. Look at that. And she loves soap, too. It even smells like Baby Yoda. Maybe. I
I'll
don't
take
know
your
what
word
Baby
for it.
Yoda smells like. We'll find out. All right. Well, thank you again, Cheynne. We hope to see you again soon.
Thank
and
you.
Have a safe trip back. And as far as you guys go, thanks for staying up and watching this wonderful sucky movie with us and learning more about soaps. It's wonderful. And she had fun, so that's all that counts, right? We'll see you next week. Different guest, different movie. I don't know who, but we'll find out then. See you next time. So, Cheynne, you know, I've been inspired with this whole soap thing, and I'm thinking I should start my own cologne company. What do you think?
I think that idea stinks.